Hey loves, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I customize my phone with the new iOS 14 update. Honestly, I wasn't even going to do it, but I got kind of led in from TikTok and Instagram and whatnot, so I'm going to be showing you guys how I ended up doing it. So I only did the first 2 pages in advance. I did them yesterday, and today I'm going to show you guys how I do my 3rd page. So the first step is clearing out the space, I suppose. Since I already organized it yesterday, I didn't have to do it, but since I'm doing a 3rd page, I'm gonna have to put all the apps that I want to customize on that 3rd page. So that's just what I'm doing here, and I went through a couple apps, some of the ones that I most use, and honestly I don't even click on any of my apps for the most part. I just search it and press on it, but I just thought doing this would be necessary just for the aesthetic feel. Usually I would say the first step I'd usually say just find your aesthetic and what you want your theme to be, which is actually just going to be our next step. You can do that first. It really doesn't matter in which way you do it, but that's probably like the hardest part, is figuring out your aesthetic. And honestly, it took me a while. I changed it up a couple times, but the aesthetic I'm going for is like a pink bling on this page. My whole home screen aesthetic is bling and whatnot, so I'm going for like a pink, since the first page was more neutral tone and the next page was purple. This one's going to be pink. So I go on Google Images and I search up the images I want to use. I kind of save a bunch of them because I'll end up changing them around if I don't like them or whatnot. You can go on Pinterest, Tumblr, they have a lot of different images, so I'm just on Google Images searching it up, and that's kind of the first thing you want to start doing, or second thing, I guess. So after you find your images, you need 2 apps, Widgetsmith and Color Widgets. Widgetsmith gives you like the smaller apps that you've seen, and it also can give you the time, but Color Widgets also does that. But I kind of like Color Widgets because it gives you that cursive font that Widgetsmith doesn't give you. So for Widgetsmith, the first thing I do is I click on the small widgets tab, and they have a lot of different options, but the one I'm going to be messing with is the photos option. So whatever photos you picked out, you can go ahead and start adding them to your home screen. And like I said, I'm doing a pink theme, so that's the ones that I just started to add, and I did 2 of them. So I have 2 of the bigger ones, and then the other apps that I'm going to be showing you are actually shortcuts, which I will show you guys how to do, but that's kind of the first thing I end up setting up. And when you're doing it, you need to hold your home screen, press that plus sign, and then hit Widgetsmith, and you can add your widgets. And as you can see, these other ones came up, but what you have to do is hold them and then press edit widget. And once you do that, you should be able to just change it to whatever you numbered it as. So in this case, mine was widget 5 and 6, I believe. So I just put that there, and then I did my medium widget, which I kind of did an image as well. So it's kind of like the same concept as you do as the small ones, but this one is a little bit bigger. I couldn't really decide which one I wanted, to be honest. So you see me changing it a couple times, but you kind of just have to play with it. So as you can see, it kind of came up like this, and it does that a lot. So sometimes I have to go into Widgetsmith and press save, even though it's already been saved, and then it'll change. But the next thing you want to do is go to shortcuts, and this is how you're going to change your little icons. So you're going to go to the plus sign, then you're going to hit add action, scripting, and then you're going to search for the apps, and whichever one you're going to use, you're going to put that there. And then once you have it, you're going to hit those 3 dots. You're going to add it to your home screen, then you're going to name it whatever app it is. In this case, it's Twitter, and then you're going to hit those 2 little boxes to change the image, and then you should be able to get your shortcut home screen thing, whatever it's called, widget. I guess it's a bookmark really, but honestly I don't actually press on these and use them because they kind of frustrate me, because when you click it, it goes to shortcut, then it goes to the app. So for the most part, like I said in the beginning, I kind of just search all my apps. But what I'm doing now is I'm going to change them all, and I'm going to speed through this process. But I guess it's pretty simple. Hopefully it's not too difficult. I feel like it's simple, but the process is just long. Like, this is what made me not want to do it, because it just seemed like it was going to take too long, and honestly it does. So you kind of have to play around with it, but it's pretty simple if you ask me. I also want to mention that I actually was doing this wrong at first. So when you're doing your shortcuts, like instead of like exiting out like I did, you have to name it fully. So like at the top where I didn't put a name, you need to name it and then press done for it to be fully completed. Like it'll still work and function, but so you don't have to keep exiting out the app and swiping up. That's kind of what you want to do. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, I'm gonna keep playing around with it. As you can see, like it literally is a whole process when you do this. Honestly, like it's so fun to change it up and make it cute, but goodness gracious, like the amount of time that it took for me to actually do this. Like last night I stayed up, I didn't really stay up because it wasn't that late, what am I saying, but it took me like 2 hours to do it, and I wasn't even gonna do another page, but I was like, maybe I should show you guys how I do it, because a lot of my friends were asking like, how did you do it? And I mean, once you get the hang of it, it's like not as hard, but it still is a lengthy process. So in this part, I didn't add any pink like I wanted to. I did like a more neutral theme at the bottom, and I ended up changing the TikTok bookmark. It kept messing up. Like that was kind of giving me frustrated because it kept messing up, and I had to delete it and go back because I didn't save it the right way in shortcuts. So if you plan on using these, then you want to be more meticulous in that. But for these apps, I don't even press my apps, like I said. But anyways, let's continue the little design process. So I ended up just adding one more app to the home screen because I had 3 at the bottom, but I ended up just putting 4 because it looked better. So this one I did YouTube Studio. And once again, I went with that more neutral bling theme. I didn't really add any colors. So this is just kind of what I came up with. And honestly, it's really, really cute. Like, I don't know. I mean, I kind of popped off. I mean, she kind of did that. I mean, lastly, I really wanted to show you guys how I did my live photo from videos on my lock screen. So really, you just need the app Pick, Play, Post. And what you're going to do is just go to the app and start a new project. And what you're going to do is go to your photos and videos and add a bunch of clips that you want to use. You can do anything, to be honest, but I just did a few clips of me, and this is not the one I'm going to be using, but I kind of just want to give you guys an example of how to do it. So I ended up choosing 3 videos. I think you can choose up to as many as you want. I'm not sure how long the live photo lasts, but if anyone knows, definitely let me know in the comments because I'm not even sure. But I picked these 3 pictures, and what I did was I trimmed them down because I didn't want super long pictures because these are GIFs anyways. So I'm like, it's no need of them being super long because they're the same. So I ended up adjusting it to where I wanted it to be, and you do that for all clips. So when you do this, sometimes it's going to put it in a weird transition. Honestly, I do not like that, so I pick none. But if you like those transitions in between, you can keep them. But for me, absolutely not. So I hit save after that, after I figure out what I want it to be like, and it's going to save, and you can save it as a live photo / wallpaper. That's pretty cool to me. So you can use it. And I'm going to show you a little demonstration now. When you go to your photos, you should be able to hold it, and voila, look what we have here. Pretty cool. And you can do it with anything. So I've seen some pretty cool ones on TikTok, and you can do a bunch of different things with it. So definitely check it out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope I was able to help you guys. I'm sorry if I went a little fast. I'm just hoping I helped some of y'all, but thumbs up for the video, thumbs up for my cat Pepsi. She is literally the cutest. But anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.